Hang on, Butch. Welcome to live chat. Good morning, everybody. I'm just gonna get my drink bottle. Hang on. Drink bottle. Got loads in the other side. Hang on, Butch. Look, that door must be earlier. Hang on, Butch. Eh, eh. Sorry, guys. My glasses on. Sorry, guys. I am here. Trying to see if I got this bloody thing up this day already. There. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to see if I got a snack pack in here. Apparently, I haven't. Um, Good morning, everybody. How, Sid, how are we today? Welcome to the live stream. Yes, it is a bit dark today. Reason being is because we're in a van. I came down here because my mother was giving me grief again. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. My mother was giving grief about my mate Lloyd, saying, "Oh, he's got more problems than you've got," and I didn't like that. So I came down here for a bit of peace and quiet, and I hope they do find us somewhere to live next month, 2 months or so, because yeah, she's really getting on my wick now. So I decided to come down here, do my live stream, and of course talk to you guys as well. We are off to SeaWorld. Really looking forward for that. I'll be glad to shift out of here. Definitely 100% as soon as they find us accommodation. I really will. Don't need a hassle no more. The age of 35 years old, certainly don't need it in my life anymore. So yeah, hopefully today we're going to have a good day. Lots of videos, lots of fun. I'm really looking forward, and I forgot my wallet again. Uh, I am a complete idiot when it comes to that wallet. So I have to, my wallet is upstairs, so I'll have to go up later and get my wallet because I left it upstairs. So that's the joys of being me with ADHD. We forget all of these things and we don't think about, oh, I've got to go and get the wallet. I left it upstairs. And I did. I left the wallet upstairs and I forgot all about it. So I'm bad. Um, I really am bad. So I don't, it's just one of those days. When people hurry you and they hurry you for this, they hurry you for that. And then you forget your wallet, you forget this, you forget that. And I did forget all of that because of my mother. Yeah, just going on about my mate and all that, and that sort of upset me. I said, "You don't even know him. You've never met him before." I said, "What judgment have you got to pass on him?" Um, and it did upset me a bit. I mix with people with disabilities because I got disabilities. I got ADHD. I got autism. And my mother's always trying to compare me to them. "Oh, he's more problems than you got." And I said, "Look, everyone's got problems. You got problems. I said, "You can't, just ditch someone because you got problems." That's why I wanna move out of here because she's a vindictive woman, she is. She doesn't know when to keep her mouth shut sometimes, my mother, and that really upsets me because I was really pumped about today. I was really looking forward to it, really happy, but now she put a bit of a down on it for me, but I'm not gonna let it spoil the day. I will not and can't let it spoil the day. If I do that, it's going to spoil my day and it's going to spoil Lloyd's day. And I'm not going to let that happen to him because he's a mate that's come up to see me to get work done on his car and he's willing to spend a bit of time with me. And yeah, we got on well yesterday. We really did. So I don't know why my mother is acting like a fool. If you know what I mean. So no, I do have to um leave here. I do. I can't stay here any longer than what I have to because I'm just sick and tired of people running my life. And my mother is one of them that runs my life every 5 minutes. So, yeah, I am sick and tired of living on the Gold Coast here with my mother. I want my own place. There you go. You're in the dark a bit, guys. So my battery's going down on this thing. I'm just going to go and get my wallet. I'll be back in a minute. Come on, Butch, you want to come? I'll get my wallet. Come on. Come on, brother. Go and get my wallet. There we go. Come on. Alright, good boy. Alright, I'm back. Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys, I'm back. I had to get lollies, me chips, water, stuff like that. I am back. Ah, and just a rush to get everything done. Uh, you know what it's like when you go out somewhere and you want to get this sorted up, you want to get that set up, and all those things as well. And I've got to go to the bank to get some money as well before I go, and probably get some fuel and stuff like that. So yeah, there was all of that to do as well. So the joys of being me is all I can say. Um, so yeah, I am looking forward to meeting Lloyd today. I really am looking forward to meeting him again, doing some videos, having some jokes with him, finding out what he's got to say when he goes about the company. He's being picked up at 8 o'clock this morning, I believe, from Helensvale train station. So I am looking forward to seeing him again. I was meant to meet him on Thursday, but I'll talk to him tomorrow. I will talk to him about that today and see what's on the agenda about that, because I'm sure he wants to spend the day with Kate, because she's going to be looking after him tomorrow. So it's going to be good to see him and hang out with him. I'm really looking forward to it. Um, oh, thank you. Good morning, Charles. How are you, my friend? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, live stream. I can't even get my words out properly. Good morning and welcome to the live stream. All the love and respect to everyone that is joining. If you didn't hear yesterday, I went out with Lloyd for lunch with him and his support worker, with my support worker, and we had a great day. What's good, boss, is we're going to meet up with Lloyd again today, and we're going to SeaWorld for the day. I won't be there that long, but at SeaWorld, I'll probably leave um, about 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that. I don't want to stay too long because I want to get back for the dog, because my father's looking after him. It's different when I move out. Maybe we'll have someone that can look after him for us, another person that can look after him for us, because I don't want to really leave him on his own, sort of thing. So there is that as well, because he gets very attached to people and stuff like that. So I do have to get all that sorted for my dog. But yeah, if you've seen some of the videos, you will laugh. Really would. Good morning, my friend. Welcome to the channel. All the love and respect for all the people that are joining the channel. Um, so far this morning, I've nearly forgot my wallet. I nearly forgot this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just so excited again, yeah, to meet Lloyd and hang out with him and get to know him better as a person. Because a lot of people judge disability people, like, parents and stuff like that. They judge disability people and they don't really get to know them, you know what I mean? And they pass judgments and, this and that. And I don't reckon that's right. So, yeah, I am going to enjoy myself and hang out with Lloyd and do all the good things um, that I can do with Lloyd, by hanging out, having fun and stuff like that. At the end of the day, that's what life's about, is having fun, mm, having a joke and stuff like that. We wouldn't be human if we didn't hang out together and we didn't do those kind of things. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. Very, very interesting day. I do believe the food at SeaWorld is pretty dear, so I won't be eating that much at SeaWorld. Um, so we'll see what they have got there. Also, too, I haven't seen, what do you call it, on my YouTube channel for quite a while. Izzy Sparkle Princess. I was watching her today because he came up on my thing today, with a video that she posted today, and some of the videos are pretty strange that she posts. I'm trying to work out what is the storyline behind the videos, if you know what I mean. Because some of them are just showing pictures of people and just and they only go for 5 seconds. There's no this is their name, that's what their name is and stuff like that. It's just random pictures. So yeah, I don't understand. There's no voice to it, no nothing. It's just her pointing. So yeah, it is a bit strange. I don't know what's going on there. I do believe she's broken up with her partner, which is sad times. She's no longer on TikTok, which is really sad. Because she was good at TikTok. She had her followers and all that. She built up a lot of followers on TikTok. And it's a shame that she is not on TikTok anymore. It really isn't. But yeah, Lloyd yesterday was completely the opposite than what I expected him to be. He was jokeable, funny, stuff like that. All those kinds of things he was. And I couldn't believe really the way he joked around and said, "Oh yeah," and like that, and just totally joked around, and we had a great time. Um, I couldn't really fault really anything. When you meet someone that's, you've never met them before, you do get nervy and you do because, you never met when you meet disability people, you don't know what their reaction is to you, and Lloyd was someone I met off of TikTok. He wasn't someone that I met on, that I know him as a person, I work with him or stuff like that. Lloyd is a person I met off of TikTok. So I met Lloyd off of TikTok. So when I went to meet him, yesterday, I wasn't quite sure what I was up for, if you know what I mean. So it was very hard for me to, you know, talk to him till I got to know him better and found out what he was about. And he seems to love cars that do burnouts. He seems to like all the men's stuff that we like, the burnouts with cars. He can say, God, that's got a lot of exhaust. He's sort of that type of person where he likes to laugh. And that was pretty good. We don't talk about politics on the channel, my friend. No politics, no religion are allowed on my channel. If people talk about politics and religion, I definitely just remove them from the channel. So that's first warning. If you say anything again about religion and politics, I'll have to remove you from my channel because this is a positive channel, not a negative channel. So we try to keep everything positive, so we don't upset people because certain people do get upset and we don't need that. So, yeah, if you wouldn't mind, positivity is what we need on the channel, if you don't mind. Just putting it out there because I don't want people to get the wrong idea about my channel and say, oh, Pete, you know what I mean? You're being negative about this, being negative about that. Believe me, guys, I'm not being negative about nothing. All I'm saying is positivity, not negativity. It doesn't work that way, my guys. Be positive and you'll think positive. Be negative and you'll think negative. That's just the way it is. And also, if you want to become a member, go to the membership page. Memberships are down a bit now, and that's one way of supporting the channel. Is if you do love the channel and you're a subscriber, go to the membership page, hit the button, and become a member. It's $2 a month. I realise I don't post as much as what other people will do on their membership pages. Um, I'm basically, a person with ADHD and autism. We don't really post, um, things on that page because we keep forgetting sometimes. So, I do want people to be aware that I do forget sometimes to post on that page. And it's just because I'm filming so much, I'm posting on both of the other channels, and I keep forgetting about the other page. So I do apologize about that. If you are a member, I definitely do apologize. It's not my intentions to leave you guys out. But saying that, I also want to let everyone know what is going on. We're going to have 5 people on the team starting from maybe next week. Um, so you will see Shannon tomorrow. Shannon will be here with me tomorrow. Um, so Shannon will be here tomorrow. Um, Pretty sure Kate will be here on Friday. But then she'll be doing a Wednesday from the following week. So there'll be all those changes. We're hoping to get what's her name back. Sophie. We don't know yet. We're hoping she's got a fighter that's just opened up. So we're hoping to get her on the team. Um, she is a funny person, and we do hope that she does come on the team with us. So we'll see what. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Fortunately, I couldn't get Olivia back. I tried yesterday again. I said, well, what about Olivia? Is there any chance of getting Olivia back on the team? Because I know Olivia was a favourite on the team. I know she was really a favourite on the team, but fortunately, I was told Olivia is still, say with me, is still unavailable. So unfortunately, it was my fault because I said to him, I don't want to, I don't know about Olivia, because she's been gone too long, and we didn't know when she was coming back. And unfortunately, I didn't know what to do because I already had the team and stuff like that. But when I started to think about everyone doing 1 day a week, I did think about having Olivia back, but unfortunately by then it was too late because Olivia already had clients that she was working with. So it made it very hard for me to get Olivia back, if you know what I mean. So in that respect, I did try, believe me, guys, I did try to get Olivia back the best I could, but it was no dice. So I do apologize about that. That was sort of not good times. It wasn't good times. So, again, that's life. What can you do when a person moves on and's got other clients to look after and stuff like that? You can't really, turn around and say, well, look, yeah, I wanted to drop everything and come back over to back over to us. You just can't do that. You have to wait for an opening to come so then you can get her back in. But unfortunately, the team will be full. So I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Um, I don't know what's happening in the future because as I notice a few things that are happening probably, but so I don't know what's happening in the future. I can't, say anything about the future yet. Um, all I can tell you is I know that poor Shannon, because she's not working with me for the extra day, um, they're trying to find her more hours. And of course, she was saying to me yesterday, she has to, pay the rent and that. So I hope they give her more hours and find a new clients to work with as well. So yeah, because she was saying to me she hasn't got Mondays anymore because her client or something has gone to rehab and then shifted up to Brisbane. So yeah, she doesn't work on a Monday anymore, because she hasn't got that client, which was a shame. I said to her, "That's no good." So I hope they do find her some clients. Um, so yeah, it is a shame. Newts, I don't know what that means, friend. Oh, Nathan's in the house. Good morning, Nathan. Welcome to another live stream. How are you today, my friend? Hope it's a good day. All the guys are coming out now. Here we go. Um, just stay cool and stay calm. Good morning, Nathan. How are we this morning, my friend? Did you go and watch those videos yet, Nathan, on TikTok? I pinned some videos of me and Lloyd when he first walks through the door of the restaurant, and Shannon's opening the door like it's a personal house. And yes, he opens the door. Lloyd comes and Pete. It was really funny. It was a really cool video to make. Unfortunately, I didn't get the camera. I didn't get the camera in time to film the whole lot. Yeah, it was pretty moving, to meet up with someone because you don't know what people are like when you meet them in person, if you know what I mean. I'm the type of bloke that gets a bit nervy meeting people, because as you know, I'm a very easily led person, and I find it very hard when I'm meeting someone for the first time and I've never ever met them. And I sat down with Lloyd and I kept shit stirring about his ham. He's got this little bag thing that he wears to keep all his, his money and stuff like that in his bag thing. And I was shit stirring him. I said, "What about the makeup, mate? You didn't bring that today, did you?" He said, "No, Pete, I didn't." So I was shit stirring him about that. I said, "Well, you never know. You might find a girl. You might want to put lipstick on or something." His support worker was very nice. Yes, it was Lloyd yesterday, Nathan. I don't know what happened on the phone, Nathan. I really don't know because when I done the live stream yesterday, it says membership down one, and then it says that Lloyd was not a what do you call it? Not a say with me a moderator on the channel, and I found that bit hard to leave because when I left Lloyd, we were joking around and carrying on, but he said no. He phoned me up after I done the live stream, and he said no, that was my support worker that was typing all the stuff in for him, so he could answer me on the live stream. Welcome, Charles. How are you, my friend? Yeah, so that's what happened, Nathan. His support worker was writing all the stuff down on the for the live stream for him. Yeah, I know. Thought it a bit funny yesterday too because I thought to myself, Lloyd would not be writing stuff like this down on his own unless he had someone to help him. Because I know that for a fact. But you got to give him courage where courage due, Nathan. He knows how to get into the car and drive from his place all the way down here, 4.5 hours, 5 hours. Um, and you got to admire him for that. You really have. He doesn't panic. He just gets in the car and he drives, which is really cool. Oh, bye, Charles. Okay, fair enough. Charles did drop on, but he did drop off, unfortunately. Yeah, so that was pretty cool, Nathan, to hear about how he drives and all that, and he knows every car that makes a noise. He knows what it is and all that. And he was saying to me, New South Wales, as you know, every year they have to have a roadworthy. And I said to him, I will be back tomorrow. No worries, Charles. I will. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, he was saying to me in New South Wales they have to have a roadworthy every year to make sure that the car's all right. And I said to him, make sure you get the car done properly before you come up here because they're going to put on the ramp and I'll have a look about this, I'll have a look about that. Um, and he said to me, no, I did spend a lot of money getting this done, getting that done on it. So hopefully, it should be okay. Everything should be okay. But yeah, he's got a lot of guts. He's done 223,000, I think he said. And yeah, he does. He said to me, it gets a lot of highway driving. I think he spent $100 or something on fuel. Sorry, I've got a hair nose. $100 on fuel. That was from his place to here. And I said to him, that's not too bad for a V6 Commodore. But apparently, Nathan, I didn't know that they're called Commodores commies. Apparently, I learnt that word yesterday that Commodores are short for commies. Um, And so Lloyd was saying to his support worker, oh, mine's a 2004 model. Because yeah, I met his support worker, very nice lady. She works for the nurse next door, but nurse next door too is a place that hasn't been open that long, Nathan. It's only been around for about 3 years. It's apparently it's from, say with me, UK. They're from the UK. So it's an organisation that looks after disability people from the UK overseas in England. And she was saying to me, because I was talking to her about the live streams and stuff like that. And she said, oh, we really never come across that before about live streaming and stuff like that. She said, all I know is the person that runs the company, he just goes round and round and round. Because I don't know if he's the owner or he's the branch manager, whatever he is, is she said he's the only one that's just there, just running this, running that, doing the rosters, doing that. She said it's a very small company, not like our company. I did tell her about our company, and she said, "No, your company is pretty good." He said, but you just got to go and say what you want and see if you can compromise with them a bit more about stuff you want to compromise with." He goes back on Friday. And then he should be back next month, he said, because he wants to get accommodation. He's got respite care. He said to me yesterday, I've got respite care, Pete. I don't mind using that if I have to. So he's got that as well. Hello, how are you, my friend? Welcome to the channel. All the love and respect to everyone that's joining the channel on this nice Wednesday morning, 22nd of, what do you call it? Um, April. I knew we were gonna say May then. Gee, people will be saying, "Pete, where's your watch gone, mate?" It is April. Yeah, so it's interesting, Nathan. If you don't ask questions, you don't find out things. And I found out a lot about that company, that they're a different company, and they're only a little company. So it wouldn't be good for me to go over to a little company when this company that I'm with has been there for about 12 years. They started, I think, in 2012, I think, or 2013. More than 12, maybe 13 years this company's been going for. And they're a pretty big company, my company, apparently, because the lady was saying to me yesterday, she was talking to my support worker, and she said, "No, the company that looks after Pete is pretty big. It's a really, really big company, and it's yeah, basically, they do try to do the right thing, if they can, and usually if you do have a problem, you just go and talk to them, and they gotta try and sit down and work it out with you." Um, I didn't have a chance to wear the hat, unfortunately. Yeah, I didn't, have a chance to do that. Anyway, I was saying to, Lloyd, yesterday because he was saying to me about the company. He said, "No, I like your company, Pete, because they're big and they can look after me and stuff like that." And I said, "Well, don't forget to tell them about you need a companion card and stuff like that because this company, the nurse next door, Nathan, if you're still on, said to him." If you want the support worker to go with you to Dream World, you have to pay $100 for her to get in. Um, and I thought to myself, well, that's not right. Surely they should have a companion card for him so the support worker could get in with him. Never mind, he's got to pay $100 for her. I didn't think that was fair. And not only that, the only thing I didn't like about that company too, Nathan, is the support workers have to wear like an ID thing on them. So every time you go out with them, you think that you know that they are really carers for them, some people don't want people to know that they've got a support worker looking out for them. They just want to keep that side privately, and it was very hard for me to to realize that. And I thought to myself, well, yeah, you can't really do that. It doesn't feel right. If I get a support worker, I don't want her to be on a video with a name tag. So yeah, I knocked that idea on the head. But stop it, will you? We don't make shells here. We don't make bean bags here, mate. I don't know where you are. Um, I'm just gonna put this voice to text back over here. But yeah, guys, very interesting day yesterday. It was had a very nice day. Um, as I said, talked for about 2 or 3 hours. We really did. Um, I showed Lloyd what the van looks like. He got to check it out firsthand, and he was more happier with that. We cracked a joke. I said to him, "Please, Lloyd, don't shine anything because I don't want anything going up in smoke in here." And he said, "No, it's all right, Pete." And we joked around about that. And basically, yeah, I was just joking with him and having a laugh. And I said to him, I did say to him, in all fairness, don't let people take advantage of you, Lloyd. What you got in your pocket is what you got in your pocket. Don't let people say, "Oh Lord, I need a handout. I haven't got much money." I said, and Lloyd said, "No, no, that's their problem, not mine." I said, "And be strong and all that." And we're talking about the hotel room, and Lloyd said to me, "I paid $207 for the hotel room, but he booked it himself." Now I've got to give it credit where credit's due. He booked all that for himself. Um, I don't have a girlfriend at the moment. I'm looking for a girlfriend. Girlfriends are very hard to find for people with ADHD because we are sort of people that I have to be able to trust a girl before I go out with her. Mm. No, Lloyd, shining, his forehead because it's so shiny. I keep saying from a joke, be careful, Lloyd, you'll set something on fire because of his forehead. It's a joke that Lloyd and I've got, and we always share it on both of the channels. And Lloyd is a big hit with that joke, and a lot of people laugh, and a lot of people we shit stir one another on the TikTok channel, and a lot of people joke about it, and they reckon it's pretty well a funny joke. So that's why I'm always saying about Lloyd and stuff like that, my friends. I don't know who you're talking about. The girls don't take my money. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Lloyd. I said to Lloyd, be careful because people take advantage of you. That's what I'm saying. The girls don't take none of my money. So, if you're going to say that again, you're out. That's your first warning. Because I'm not going to put up with any nonsense, guys. You got to ask me sensible questions, not questions that are not relevant to the channel, if you don't mind. Yes, Lloyd is a subscriber and a regular, and he is on my TikTok channel too. He's a regular over there. He's always on there every day of the week. We're on there, and he phones me up and does phone calls with me as well. So yes, Lloyd is a regular on my channel. Sorry, fella, I did say to you one more silly question, and you're out. Sorry. Um, I'm sorry, guys. This is what does happen. If you leave a silly question, I give you a warning. That's it. You're out. Sorry. That's the way the channel works. No apologising for it. That's the way this works. Sorry. Just bear that in mind before people do leave a funny thing. Thank you, my friend. I do appreciate it. All the love and respect. No, Lloyd's a friend that I met on TikTok, and say with me, we got talking. It's about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, a month ago now, actually, about Lloyd and I getting a place together through our company, a townhouse or something. Um, and we wanted to get a townhouse together with another disability person, with someone to look out for us. With our support workers coming to support us more. And we were just talking about that, because we do want to we want to live independently, and we want to be able to find a girlfriend, and hang out with our girls, and for Butch to come and live with me and all that, so we can have fun and I can enjoy myself instead of being stuck with my parents. Unfortunately, at the age of 55, I have to get out. And now that I've got this company that looks after me, well, yeah, I do have to do my own life. Um, at the moment, Claudia is not here yet. She'll be here at 9 o'clock this morning. We've got five new ladies that are going to be working with me. Not five new ladies. Claudia still be with me. Bron will still be with me. Shannon will still be with me, but there'll be another two ladies that are joining the team. Um, and that will be really good, because then I can go out and I can enjoy myself a bit, go in the community and stuff like that. But see, you got to realize too something, guys, and I never put this out there that much, but I think, now's the time for me to put it out there. It's very hard for me to go out in the community and have fun and stuff like that when I constantly got my mother that's always on my back. Oh, you take your friends out, you're always going out with your support workers. What about us? I said, I go out for my support work because I want to enjoy myself. At the end of the day, I can't be here 24/7, if you know what I mean. I want to go out and I want to enjoy myself. So I think, moving out with Lloyd would, if when they find us somewhere, will be the best thing for us, because then we'll have our own life. Um, and I can learn how to do this, my shopping, stuff like that, how to learn to budget a bit more better. I'm not doing too bad, don't get me wrong. But I can learn how to budget and stuff like that, and grow the channel, of course, and make the channel work for me and stuff like that. Um, um, well, we're definitely looking about living on the Gold Coast, because that's where I'm from, the Gold Coast, and Lloyd's from New South Wales. We're both definitely thinking about living. We definitely want to live on the Gold Coast. We're just going to wait and see. We've got to wait for the company to get in contact with Lloyd's company, and then for Lloyd to transfer to our company, and then we can know exactly what is going on and how long it's going to be and stuff like that. And if they can give Lloyd an emergency accommodation until they can find us somewhere, and then then we can both move into a townhouse. Definitely, I would like to go for townhouse, because I think they're a lot more easier to go for. And I don't mind, long as it has a backyard and stuff like that, for the dog, of course. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. That's why I'm spending the day with Lloyd again today. I want to get to know him more, um, find out what his quirks are, and he can find out about my quirks and stuff like that. It's the getting to know you process, because it is a big commitment to move in with a mate that you don't even know about that well, and you've only met him once and stuff like that. I have to be 100% sure. Today, I am off to SeaWorld with Lloyd and his support worker, which I done a shift with her already. So I'm off to SeaWorld with Lloyd today to spend a bit of time with him, because tomorrow he's working with Kate, and I do want to meet him in the morning if I can, to say goodbye to him, because I know that he'll be doing the Commodore roof, getting it fixed and stuff like that. So I do want to meet up with Lloyd and see how he's going and stuff like that. So yeah, that will be good to meet up with Lloyd and stuff like that. So there'll be. I'll try to do plenty of videos today with me and Lloyd. I do apologise. Yes, I didn't do many videos with Lloyd. I got into the zone. I got into the zone of just spending time with a mate and getting to know him and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, why didn't you do videos? We didn't get to see many videos because you didn't video this, you didn't video that. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that. And I totally get it. As I said, I was in the zone. I didn't think about that. And I didn't think about this. So I'm bad. And that's on me. So again, guys, I do apologize for that. I really do. Mm, mm. Thank you, Electrical. Do appreciate it. And thank you for being a subscriber. Well, I'm glad that you're a man. That really is good news. Hey, Tom, how are you feeling, mate? Is everything going all right with you, Tom? I went out with Lloyd yesterday, Tom. We went out for lunch with his support worker, my support worker. I've done a couple of videos. I didn't do too many because, as I said, I was in the zone trying to get to know him and stuff like that. But I will be going to SeaWorld with him today. Hopefully, I'll do lots of videos with him over there. So I am looking forward to that, to getting to know him. It is good to hear, Tom. It is. It's good for me to meet another disability person and get to know them because, as you know, I find it very hard to open up to normal people that I haven't met before. And yeah, I met Lloyd on TikTok, as most people know, many a month ago, maybe more than 8 or 9 months ago. And I kept talking to him on TikTok, and we got to know each other and stuff like that. Mm. I am looking forward to it, Tom. I met him yesterday. I was talking to him for about 2.5 hours. I got there at about 11 o'clock, and I left about nearly 2:30. We just sat down and we were talking. I had my glass of wine with soda water, and I was just talking to Lloyd and his support worker for nearly 2.5 hours. It was just so good. It felt, comfortable meeting a mate. I said, I can't believe I actually am meeting you. After all this time we've talked on YouTube and TikTok, I'm actually meeting you. And it was good. It was really good to meet up with him. Um, not too bad, my friend. I was just telling the story about me meeting up with Lloyd yesterday. There's some videos on this channel and there's some videos on the TikTok channel. Yeah, I met up with Lloyd yesterday, and we were talking for quite a while with me and his support worker and my support worker. We had a good old talk, and Lloyd was really the same person I thought, but he's very tall and he's very big, believe me. But he's a gentle giant. He's really a gentle giant, and he knows right from wrong. He does. I said to him, "Don't let people take advantage of you because you've got a disability. Make sure you always look out for yourself and don't help other people that don't deserve it in life." You know what I mean? Um, so am I. Oh, so am I. It was a funny experience meeting someone. I was so nervous. I was sitting in the restaurant there, the tavern where we went. Yes, I was sitting there and I'm looking at the doors and I'm waiting for Lloyd to come through the doors, right? As you always do, you wait for people to come through the doors, right? So I was waiting for Lloyd to come through these doors, right? And still nothing. And Shannon says, "Oh, they're here," and I had to get the camera ready so I could film him walking through the door. And as I got the camera ready, it was only a 4-second one. Bang! He walked through the door so fast, I didn't even get a chance to say anything. Um, he travelled all the way from New South Wales, the night before, so he left in the morning about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, um, to come down here by 2 o'clock. So he was basically driving nearly all day. But someone with disabilities like that, that knows where to stop and all of that, that was I was pretty impressed that he had the courage to do that without a support worker to drive all that way. You do really have to take your hat off to a guy like that, with all of Lloyd's faults that he's got, his learning disabilities, that that he can do that sort of thing. Mm. Yeah, it's about nearly 500 k's. So he done really 500 k's in one day, nearly. 5 or 400 k's in one day. That is a lot of driving. Yes, it is a lot of driving for someone like Lloyd that's got disabilities. It is a lot of driving for one day. Um, and then went to the hotel. He booked himself into the hotel. He went out for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Um, so yeah, he done it all by himself, which was good. Yeah, it just depends where you live. I think he lives in Invervale or somewhere like that. So for him to come to, because he made an appointment on the Gold Coast, get his car roof lining done, stuck back up. So he made the appointment so he could come down and get that done. And when he knew he was coming down, I talked to him about a month ago about getting a place together because he's going to go and see my company as well. And, he said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "No, I've got to talk to him about that." So I'll find out today what's going on, and I'll probably put it on video because I can't do live streaming outside, unfortunately, in the public yet. It would have been the ideal to do a live stream with Lloyd. I would have loved to have done that. Um, but it just makes it so hard. That's why I probably won't stay at SeaWorld all day because I want to come back and do a live stream with Claudia and tell you how the day went and what we got up to and stuff like that. We want to share it with you guys. I reckon that's going to be important. I am going to Kate to take a few photos and that, so we can show from her phone the photos and that. So we will be doing that, so you can see the photos and what we got up to and stuff like that on the live stream. So I will be doing that for you. Also, I'll be doing lots of videos, long videos for this channel, short videos for the other channel. Basically doing what I'm doing, but I'll try to get a lot of videos in today for you. It's very hard when you're in the zone to actually focus on doing videos when say with your mates coming up and you're all pumped and you're all excited and you're trying to get this out the way, you're trying to get that out the way, and it does make it hard sometimes for me to, say with me, turn the camera on every 5 seconds and say, "Oh, yeah, we've got to go and do a video now." My mate's waiting for a video. It is very hard for me to get in that zone when I was all excited yesterday, to meet Lloyd, and it was, a good experience because I've got don't forget too, guys, if most of you guys that have been on my channel for a long time, long-term subscribers, and there's a lot of you that are long-term subscribers. You know that I live at home with my parents, right? Now, my mother's always looked after people that are brought home like me with ADHD and autism. And she said to me, yeah, she doesn't sometimes think about what she says. She just goes in and says, "Oh, um, I don't like the look of him." I said, "Well, if you don't like the look of him, that's your problem, not his." Um, and yeah, she gets overprotective, and I don't like that. I have to be able to live my own life, at the best of my ability, because, as I said, who knows what's around the corner for me? I don't know what's around the corner. My health might get worse. I don't know. I really don't know. So I do have to try and look after myself the best I can before I get sick or something. I hope I don't, but you never know. You never know what's around the corner. Thank you, Tom. I certainly will try to enjoy myself today. and get out there and have a bit of fun and stuff like that. I will try and do that today. It's going to be good to see an old mate again. Get to find out what jokes he's up to and stuff like that. Um, it really will be, good, and this time I've got to know he's working with one of my support workers that I used to work with for one shift, so he'll be doing a shift with her, so I will be a bit more comfortable behind the camera. I wasn't behind the camera when his support worker was there because I didn't know if his support worker was allowed to be on film, so I couldn't turn around and just film her, so it made it hard for me too. What is that, my friend? What can I do under my parents' roof? What are we talking about? Um, you're talking about live streams? I can, yeah, but I can't have Lloyd's not allowed here. That's the trouble. My mum and dad don't want me to bring anyone home with them, with me. So I'm not allowed to bring anyone home with me. That is that is the trouble. Yeah, yeah, no, I totally get it. Yeah, you know, kids do have to live with your rules. I totally get that, John. I really do. No, but in my case, it's different. It's very hard for me to bring Lloyd home to do a live stream with me here because it's a retirement village, which is one. Number two, my parents are in their 80s. They don't want my problems, me bringing my mates home and they've got problems. I have to deal with this, I have to deal with that. They don't want that anymore. That's totally understandable. I totally get that. I said to them, all I'm asking for is for you just to let me go out and enjoy myself. I want to move out with Lloyd and the company can find us somewhere for reasonable rent for two of us, then we go and do it. That's it. At the end of the day, I don't want anyone to sort of try and interfere and say, "Oh no, no, you can't do this, you can't do that." You know, give me a blessing and say, "Yeah, okay, somewhere it's your life. You know what you're doing." And stuff like that. So at the end of the day, yeah, I do have to make those choice decisions in my life. I have left it too long. 55 is an age that no one thinks about moving out again because I think, oh God, it's too much hassle and stuff like this. But I doubt that I'll be moving out again after that. Unless something really drastic happens. But hopefully I can just get on with life then and enjoy it to the best of my ability and just have fun. You know what I mean? Go out for walks the best I can and stuff like that. Oh, John, I totally get that. I totally get it. But sometimes in life, John, um, you have to let go. Especially with me, I'm 55 years old now, John, and I do have to live my own life, John. I have to have friends. Um, and I have to be able to go out and not be constantly grilled. Oh, why didn't you take us out? Why didn't you take us here? Why didn't you take? I can't be in two places at once, and I have to have my own space, my own life. It just goes without saying. I have to. It's no good keeping someone trapped, in that confined area and saying, "No, you can't go here, you can't go there." You can't do that to a human being. You gotta let them have their own space. You got to let them go out and do these things. I've got a company now that looks after me, um, so that will be good. Yeah, I totally get that, John. I really do. And I've got all the love and respect for you, mate. I really do. Um, I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. I really don't know what that question was all about. That was a totally question that was totally random. Um, I'm gathering you're hungry and you want to eat something. Is that what you're trying to say to us? Yeah, but yeah, that's the way. Yeah, that's the way it works. John. That's what I want to do in my life. I want to get out now. I don't want to be stuck in a retirement village with my parents all my life, John. I've been here now for nearly for 8 months now. No, not 9 months. I want to get out there. I want to live my own life, and if they can find Lloyd and I a townhouse or something where the dog can come, um, I don't know how long it'll take. Might take 3 months. Might take 4 months. Who knows? Um, so yeah, it makes it hard. But it's something we want to do, and something, and I want to find a girlfriend too, John. So I want to do that as well, and I want to be able to, to go and have fun, not be sort of a person that hides all the time. You know what I mean? So I do have to do that as well. Thank you, my friend. I knew you would totally get me. It's a hard decision when you've got disabilities, but I've got to make. I'm doing, as you know, John. Everything, everyone thinks it's, oh, Pete's, he's okay. Is he? I need a lot of help behind the scenes. My support workers give me a lot of help behind the scenes, John. Like, what's her name yesterday? She goes up and helps. She goes up to order my lunch for me and stuff like that. And she's a really trustworthy person. Um, yes, I better get a move on before I get too old. Um, you are completely right about that. I better get a move on before I'm too old because life is just say with me passing me by, as they say. So yeah, I do have to get a move on. There's just too many, not disrespecting anyone because I know people do get old. I totally get that. But we have got a lot of old people that live in the retirement village here. And it's very, very hard to sort of be around old people all the time somewhere, sometimes, and not mix with people like me with disabilities. I know my weaknesses, my strengths. I feel more comfortable mixing with people with disabilities like myself, like a person like Lloyd that drives, and he totally gets me, and I totally get him. Um, I know he's got problems. I said to Mum today, he's got problems. We've all got problems. You can't judge a person because they've got problems. So yeah, yes, well, that's what I'm, thinking, John. 55 this year, John. 5 years, I'll be 60. Um, it is a scary thing, to think in another 5 years I will be 60 years old. Um, it is. I wish, sometimes I do wish I was, Lloyd's age, around 35, 36. I would have then been a lot more younger, and stuff like that. I really, really wished I was around that age. But unfortunately, I'm not. That's the truth of the matter. I'm not around that age, so it is sad. John, that's why I want to get to know him a bit more better. I want to get to know Lloyd a bit more better before I make those decisions. Um, I'm not old yet, but if I don't make a move doing things I want to do, I'm going to become old. Believe me. Um, I need my own space, my own freedom. If you know what I mean. It's just the way I am. I want to have my own freedom and my own kind of people like me. Um, I reckon that's the way for me to go moving forward. I can't be a person that's sort of, y- you know, um, I can't have my friends around. I can't do this. I can't do that. All my friends, the only friends I really have got is my support workers. My support workers are my friends and my people that work with me. So basically, they're my friends. But I need to have disability friends too outside, if that makes any sense. I do. Well, we're just waiting to see what the company says today. Lloyd is going to see the company about 8 o'clock, 8:30 this morning, and then he's going to let me know straight. I'm sure he'll be on the blower straight away, and he'll say, "Pete, well, this is what the company said," and then I will know more about what they said. So we've all got our fingers crossed that it goes all right. But so far, it's been a good live stream. You guys have been asking sensible questions. Everyone's been telling me their thoughts, their train of thoughts, which is pretty good. That is really, really good. If I can, it just depends on what area there's a property available. Because don't forget, it might go through the company, so the company might find us somewhere to live, and it might be in the people that look after me. The company that looks after me, right? They could say, "Well, look, we've found a townhouse in this area here. It's got one other support worker, one other disability person that lives there, but it's like it'll probably be, say, roughly." Oh, could be in Southport, could be in Benoa, could be in Burleigh, I don't know. Could be in those places, I don't know. I don't know yet because I haven't even put the feelers out. I'm gonna talk to the company today, and they can put the wheels in motion, so we can get somewhere to live. And I do want to find out more about Lloyd. Yes, John, I do want to find out more about Lloyd, what what his habits are and stuff like that. So I do want to find out more about that. Um, yes, I do. I've got the pension card and I've got my birth certificate to say about my ADHD. I was born with ADHD and autism, and that I'm slow at doing things, and my reading and writing. I've got a learning disability as well. Um, so I got all of that on my birth certificate and all that. So yeah, I got all of that my company has got. That's why they look after me, with my hours and stuff like that. They're giving me 5 days a week now, which is really cool, because it gets me out in the community and that. Yes, they do. They give me my disability pension, which I've been on since 1987. I've been on that. Hang on. Disability pension since 1987. So yeah, they do help people with disabilities like myself. They certainly do. They look after us pretty good. Yep, shrimp on the barbie, my friend. Certainly shrimp on the barbie. I don't know when Count's getting in. Count's usually in by now, but he's not on yet. I suppose Count will jump on it a bit later on today. Yeah, but that's the way it goes, John. Oh, John's got a lot of questions to ask me. Oh, Paul Hogan, yeah, put another shrimp on the barbie. Good old Paul Hogan. I don't hear much of old Paul Hogan anymore. It's sort of he's sort of a person that's disappeared, hasn't he? You don't really hear of him, sort of thing anymore. But I suppose that's life too, isn't it? The old saying. Here's another old saying that most people probably haven't heard of. That's life without the wife. There you go. No, I don't mind, John. It doesn't worry me. As I said on the live stream, if you don't ask questions, you don't know. But yeah, I am on a disability pension, John. I've never hid it from no one. I've never told people I'm not. Um, I've only started my channel went last year because I wanted to start a YouTube channel to put myself out there on YouTube, showing people what it's like to have ADHD and autism and how I cope with it, how everyday life living is sometimes a struggle for me, and how my support workers really do help me by doing the everyday things with me, by helping me get out in the community and being there for me and stuff like that. Because people don't seem to realise that. That's right. Happy life, happy wife. The wife is the boss, eh, mate? I totally get that one. Thank you, my friend. Do appreciate it. All the love and respect. Butch, right, you stay here. All right, you having a doggy dream. Oh, God, Butch is having a doggy dream. Okay, my friend, I will do that. I will check my messages. I definitely will. Are they over on Facebook? I will definitely check them. Yeah, definitely Butch will come with me. 100%. Yes, he will go with me. Okay, I will check them then. Soon as Kate gets here, we'll check them. 4 people already in the chat. Geez, a lot of you guys have been here. See that 10-4, big buddy. Oh, sorry guys, I was just looking at that sticker again. Breaker Breaker. Oh, what do we call it? That TV show. Remember Breaker Breaker? Smokey and the Bandit. Breaker Breaker. Copy you, big buddy. Breaker Breaker. Remember? Mm. Butchie, Butchie. You right, Butch? Butch is asleep. Yeah, Barry Reynolds. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that was a good movie, especially when the son of the policeman says to him, "Daddy, I can't do my fly up," and he's trying to do his fly up, and he says, "Get in the car, burn shit, get in the car." SeaWorld, John, my friend, SeaWorld. Oh, is that what the guy's name was that played that part? Yeah, it was funny, John, because he's sitting in the police car, right? This is in the TV movie, right? He's sitting in the police car, and he says to his father, "Daddy, I'm never gonna leave home again." And his father said, "Don't you ever threaten your daddy like that again, boy." Engineer, yeah, he used to give him the shits. He used to give his father the shits because his father would always saying, "Remind me when I get home to kick your mother in the ass." Uh, yeah, 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 boy, you were not from my loins. And then his hat or something, his hat. He said, "Daddy, I lost my hat." And his father turned around and said to him, "Shame your head wasn't in it." It reminds me of me and my father because that's the sort of stuff he would say to me when I was younger. So yeah, it reminded me about all of that. It brought back some really funny memories. Oh, it is. It is a very funny movie. Yeah, it really is. It really is a fun, especially when he went down to the I don't know, he went to the toilet or something, and he had the toilet roll paper, and the toilet roll paper was following him through the toilet. That was really funny. Funny movie, yes. Uh, yeah, was that the one with the elephant? Or was the elephant the first one? I can't remember which was the first one. Was it the elephant, or was it the one with, the what do we call it? Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, because 'cause there's been some, there was a wasn't there a movie, he was an old truck driver, he was in a nursing home or something, um, and he knew this the truck was called Illinois or something like that. It was I don't know if it was a black truck or a green truck. It had the bonnet on it and everything. What was it called? And he was a man of 65 years old, and him and his I don't know, girlfriend and all the people went with him. Convoy. That's what it was called. Convoy. Yeah, where he was driving. He got out the nursing home and they confiscated his truck or something for the repayments or something. And didn't he meet like was it a preacher on the side of the road or something that he picked up, and he took him to his girlfriend's motel, whatever it was, and they all got in the truck and they drove off, and then everyone started to follow him. Then he had a heart attack in the end or something, and the other bloke took over driving the truck. Oh, you don't know that one? I know the truck was called Illinois. That was a truck. He was a 65-year-old American truck driver, and he had his truck confiscated because he went into a nursing home, couldn't find the payments on it. But I'll have to look that one up because I'm not quite sure about that one. Right, no, I have to look that one up. So I only know of that one, and of course BJ and the Bear. Yeah, I know it was made in 1976. There you go. If that gives you some help, it's 76 to 77 it was made. Dolphins. I don't know if they got sharks. I think they got dolphins at SeaWorld. I don't know about sharks. That is a very good question. Oh, sorry, I'm bad. Really? Ouch. I wanted to be when I was younger, I had a fascination, about being a truck driver. That's what I wanted to be when I was a kid, when I grew up. I wanted to be a truck driver, and I'd always ask my father, "Daddy, where's that truck going? Where's that truck going?" And, my father would say, "Well, how do I know where it's going? I'm not with the driver." And my father, I remember my father would follow trucks for me to see where they would end up. Um, and, back in the day, that's, what we used to do. We're not quite with you. Who's the man? Can anyone clarify that? Oh, Scania. V8 or this flat six or what, is it? And what motor? Has it got the cab over the, motor? The old Scania. They're a good truck. We had a next door neighbour, used to live in Shadow Park in 1988, I think. He bought a Scania truck, 1982 model. Hi, my friend. Oh, cab over the motor. Mm. Oh, the truck. What the truck is? What colour is it? Mm, silver. Okay. That must have cost a pretty penny, eh? They're not cheap, those trucks, I tell you. Oh, excuse me. Oh, right. Jeez. Yes, I am from Queensland, Australia, is where I'm from. Whereabouts Queensland are you from, if you don't mind me asking? And please don't forget, if you like the channel, like and subscribe to the channel. If you like the algorithm, and please do join in. Really? Right. Whereabouts on the Sunshine Coast do you live? Gold Coast. I'm the opposite end. You're going up towards Cairns end. I'm going towards Tweed Heads end. I'm a rootsy. I used to stay in Caloundra when I was there. Horizons Hotel, the Horizons block of units there. I used to stay there when I was younger with my girlfriend. We used to go up there every 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm in the Southport area, mm, on the Gold Coast. That's where I live, my friend. Oh, it is an awesome place. I do like the Sunshine Coast, but because everything is more laid back up there. Yeah, it's already up. There's videos of that actually on the channel. I posted them yesterday. Was it yesterday or this morning? I think I posted them this morning. No, I posted them this morning. That's right. I did post them this morning, I think. I just posted so many. Yeah, I think it was this morning I posted them. Yes, definitely it was this morning. You managed to get it up. It was a transfer. So it transferred straight onto the windscreen from the sticker itself. So it was a transfer. Um, oh, it must have been today I put it on. Yeah, I put it on today. They're only short videos. I posted them today. Um, yeah. I post videos from my camera roll. So when I film them, I post them from my 17 Pro Max straight from the phone onto the camera, onto the YouTube channel itself. They upload on the YouTube channel. As soon as they're uploaded, they'll come up to me on the YouTube studio and it'll say this video needs to be monetized. So then I go to monetize on button. I press the monetize on button, then I press save, and then monetize means it'll put a commercial in straight away. So then I make a little bit of money from the commercials into my YouTube account, which unfortunately this month it hasn't been. I won't get paid this month from YouTube because I didn't make enough this month on my revenue and stuff like that. Not many people watched some of the driving videos, didn't get much views like they should have, and the revenue was a bit lower than what it usually is, and memberships have dropped off too. I've only got 2 members on there, so that's dropped off a lot too. So it does make it hard when that sort of thing happens, but at the end of the day, this has never been a channel that's out to make a lot of money. It's only been a bit of pocket money for me, like $100 a month or so. It's only been really pocket money for me, so then I can, pay for the fuel bill and stuff like that. That's what it's always been for, nothing more, nothing less. Mm. There was a lady actually talking about that. You'd have to look into the modification thing. If you're gonna upload vinyl records, like record the records and stuff like that when they're playing, I don't think you get paid for them. You'd have to get a modification thing to say you can do it, so they don't get copyrighted. That would be the only thing I'd be checking into to make sure you can do that, so you don't get a copyright and they don't, unmonetize you. I'm from Australia, Gold Coast, my friend. World down under with the Vegemite sandwich. Oh, excuse me, and the peanut butter sandwich. Good morning, my friend. How are you? We're all here today. It's been a crack of a life. Which that's right, the Vegemite sandwich. Men at Work, 1982, that song came out. Not too bad, just beginning. It is a good song. I come from the world down under, boom, boom. What song was that about? Oh, right, okay, yes, yes, I do remember them, yes, I do. Beds are burning, that's right. I do remember that song now, The Beds are Burning. God, I'll be back in a minute. I've gotta go for you know what? Keep the chat going. Come on, would you come on? Come on, bud. You right? Hang on. Come on, Butch. Karen, you coming? Oh, hang on, guys. Be back in a second. Come on, Butch. You all right? I want to go toilet. Come on, Butch. Ah, sorry. Do apologise, guys. I am back. Sorry, guys. I had to go toilet. Sorry, I do apologise. Nature called. Hello, how are you? Yes, I am here. I had to go toilet. Do apologise. Okay, I am here. Sorry, I had to go to little boy's room. Couldn't be helped. But I am back. Do apologise. Before people say, "Did you go for Vegemite sandwich?" No, I didn't go for Vegemite sandwich. I went for a toilet break, but I am back. I had to go to the little boy's room because I found a Vegemite sandwich. Yes, I am a Neighbours fan. Definitely 100%. I'm still on the year 2020. I've only got a couple more days of that, so I'm going to try and get them done because I want to go back on to 1991. I've got 2 weeks of those episodes to watch. Tom, Tom, and there's Max. You've got Max was the one that had Danny Ramsey, but Danny Ramsey wasn't his real son. He was his wife had an affair with someone that wasn't Danny, wasn't his real son. Yes. And then it was Max Ramsey that used to go, "Flaming kids." Um, all of that. He used to be the plumber. He used to drive the high ace. Remember the blue one? And he had that Ford Econovan. That was always playing up on him. Yeah, Max Ramsey. Bouncer. Mike's dog was called Bouncer. He bought it for Lucy because Lucy's dog, remember, drowned. Basil, remember, he bought that dog Basil, and her dog drowned. And Mike decided he'd do a good thing by buying Lucy the dog, and she didn't want to name it, so he named him Bouncer. And then from Mike, it went to Mrs. Mangle. Then from Mrs. Mangle, it ended up with Joe and Toby. And then after, I don't know where he went after that. I think he went to live with Dorothy Burke and Toby. From there, he went to a farm. Mm, mm. Madge's two love interests. Madge's two love interest. I don't know. I've really forgotten that one. I'm sure they were. Charlene was one of them, and Henry, her son, and cooking for the coffee shop and managing the bar at the Waterhole were two favourite interests. Oh, Harold and Lou. Fair enough. Harold and Lou. Yeah, because they're always fighting. What's his name? Lou used to call Harold Jelly Belly because he was big. And I don't know if you see the episode where Harold takes his glasses off and goes, "Come on," and whack and knocks him out. Yeah, Lou Carpenter. He done a couple of episodes in Prisoner as well. He was the um drama teacher or something in Prisoner. Fell in love with B. Smith. Jim Robinson. Jim Robinson. Yeah, old Jim Robinson. But the lady that played Helen Daniels also used to play in Sons and Daughters. She was Rosie, the housekeeper that used to clean the house for the Hamiltons. There you go. There you go. You didn't know that one, did you? Yeah, I just answered that one. I certainly do know my stuff. Certainly do, especially when it comes to that TV show. I watched it over and over. Theme song from Prisoner. Started in 1978, well, 1979 actually, but first pilot episode was in 1978, and it 1979 when it actually started production, and it finished in 1987 with Joan Ferguson getting arrested and being she was set up by one of the detectives or something. She calls the robbery, done a robbery with say with me, um, the bikie, what's her name? Rita Connors. And yeah, that's how they ended up finishing the TV show Prisoner, with Joan Ferguson getting arrested and everyone saying Ferguson, Ferguson at the end. That's how they done that. Mm. Lizzie Birdsworth was what she was called. Bit of general knowledge stuff, is it, Johnny boy? Oh, someone's saying hello. Oh, you're coming on today. Hello, my friend. I gathered you did. I gathered that's what you thought, that you would switch it up a bit. Fair enough. Don't mind that. Ask me sons and daughters questions. There I go with those ones. Sons and Daughters was a TV show, started in 1982, and ended in 1987. There was 972 episodes made of it. In Prisoner, there was 6,092 episodes made. There you go. People are scratching their heads there. "Oh, bloody hell, how did you know all this? Is that all you ever done, Pete? What's TV shows? Is that how come you know all these questions?" Hang on, here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Yes, it was definitely Australian. That started in 1976 and ended in 1981 or 83, something like that. There we go. Sullivan's was a TV show I've got on DVD, season 1 and season 2. It was about a war, the Second World War, and their sons going into the war to fight for the war. Sadly, one of the sons was killed in the war. I think it was John, the doctor. He went overseas to do some studying, and he was killed. Yes, but yes, I know about the Sullivans. Definitely, 100%. I know the characters, and I know who they were. Yeah, because they always got sent over to overseas. Like Prisoner wasn't not Prisoner, it was Cell Block H in, England. Because when I went there in '89 for a golden wedding anniversary for my grandma, all these TV shows were different names, like Sons and Daughters was Sons and Lovers, and stuff like that. Uh, uh, yeah, they all come under a different name, but they were great TV shows, really were. And I'm enjoying going down memory lane. It's good. Yep, here in Australia it was Sons and Daughters. Over there it was Sons and Lovers. I remember the TV show coming on in 1987, the repeats, or 89, the repeats used to come on. Sons and Lovers, we will find out our sons and lovers. It had a different version over there, and that was back in 1989. They might have changed it by then. Mm-mm. Welcome to the channel, and here's a shout out from my mate Robin. Thank you, my friend. Love and respect to you. Definitely was Australian. That started in 1991, I think it started. Ended in 96. Yeah, ended in 96, 97 with Drazik. Drazik left the show, and then it got a bit silly after that. So yeah, that was a good TV show, Heartbreak High. Yeah, yeah. I like Drazik. He was the main character. He was pretty good. Ask me some sons and daughters questions. Let's test my general knowledge out with sons and daughters questions. Which was that? Sons and daughters? Which TV show did you watch when you were a kid? Oh, Heartbreak High. Yes, that was a really good TV show, Heartbreak High. Definitely was. Certainly do. There was two families, the Hamiltons and the Palmers. Did you? Which one did you go to school with, if you don't mind me asking? I'm sure John here is scoring me 10 out of 10. I'm sure he's gonna score me 10 out of 10 with all these general knowledge questions you asked me, John. What's the score, John? What have I got so far, mate? Yes, Pippa was married to Tom. They left the city because Tom got retrenched in his job. They left the city. They bought a caravan park. They made a go. They tried to make a go of it. Tom couldn't find a job because Donald Fisher was always trying to undercut him and set him up. And then after that, and for anyone who asked me, the school was Summer Bay High. Hang on, I've got to ask these questions. Mm. Thank you, my friend. Love and respect. What is the real son or the actor that played Nick? Something. He was Greek or something. One with black hair. It's not too bad when it comes to TV shows because that's what I used to watch before I had social media. Was TV shows like Home and Away and Neighbours and Heartbreak High and Sons and Daughters. I'd record them and watch them on video, and then I'd watch them over and over. So I watched Sons and Daughters, Neighbours, Country Practice, Prisoner. I used to watch them all the time. Yeah. He also played in not Heartbreak High, The Henderson Kids Part 2. There you go. Oh, we talking about the blonde-headed kid. Oh, Flying Doctors. What do you wanna know about the Flying Doctors? What the heck? What do you wanna know about Flying Doctors, my friend? Hang on, I'm just trying to find my lollies too. What do you wanna know about the Flying Doctors, Benz? Sure I had some lollies here. Sure I had some lollies I just had. Hang on, guys, I'm just trying to look for my lollies, which I had here next to me, and I can't find them now. I tries to be amazing. I'm just looking for my lollies, guys. Hang on, my chippy is here, but I bought lollies in here, and I can't find them anywhere. Damn that Slayer. I had them in my pocket, you dickhead. They're in my pocket, you fool. Lollies out of your pocket, boy. Lollies are in pockets. Sorry, I'm bad. Memory's not too bad. Okay, here we go. Yeah, blonde-headed kid, yep. Um, Clive Gibbons. He used to do a strippogram first, and then he became a doctor because his brother or something went to say with me to live somewhere, and then he took over a practice or something and became a doctor. Yep, in Erinsborough. There you go. And then Beverly Marshall was another doctor in it too. Married to Jim Robinson in 1980 and 1988. There you go. The doctor that was married to Helen. Doctor that was married to Helen. I don't think there was no doctor that was married to Helen Daniels. No, there was no doctor married to Helen that I can think of. Um, yeah, I don't can't remember a doctor. No, that wasn't Helen. He was married to Susan Kennedy. Susan, not Helen. He was married to Susan Kennedy. That was later on. That came on about 1996. Yeah, 96, I'm sure they moved in to the house. Bouncer was a good dog in it. Yes, he was. Mm. Nearly did then. Nearly did. Nearly did try to catch me out, my boy. But lucky the old grey matter. He's still here. Harley Valance. And you got to give me the character's name. I don't go by the stage name because I don't know stage names. Lassiter's was the hotel. It was Paul Robinson bought Paul not Paul Ro- Paul Robinson bought it from Jack Lassiter's because Rosemary Daniels was the one who set up the Rosemary Daniels thing. There you go. No, it was called, no, we're talking about Neighbours. Neighbours, the hotel was called Lassiter's Hotel. Oh, man. Paul Robinson. Then he also had a song back in 1989 with the song "Doesn't It Make You Feel Good." There you go. I don't remember that character. There's so many characters in it. It's very hard to remember that character. I don't know what TV show you're talking about. I'm talking about Neighbours. It's a good song. Oh, that was Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue. That's who she was, Kylie Minogue. Oh, that was a guy, Barry someone. Oh, I can't remember his last name now. Barry someone. He sang the Neighbours song for like years and years, and then someone else took it over. Barry Clark, I think it was. There you go. Crocker. Barry Crocker. There you go. I stand corrected. And very good actors, yes. Very good actors in Home and Away. Yes, he was a good singer. Angry Anderson. Yeah, he done the wedding song. They played that in Neighbours for Charlene and Scott when they got married. Suddenly was the song in Neighbours, so that they played that song, yes. That was the song that was played suddenly. There you go. I remember the song well. Suddenly. Mm. Yes, I do remember the TV show Fat Pizza. Yep, Mike Young. In Neighbours, Mike Young. Yes, he did become an actor. He started off living with Clive Givens, and then after that, he lived most of the TV show with Daphne and Des Clark. He was their boarder, and then he became part of the family. And yeah, he stayed with them from 1987 up to 1990, I think it was. He stayed in the show for 5 years. He was in it for 6 years. There you go. What was his character, if you don't mind me asking? If you give me the character, then I can say yes, he did. But if I don't know the character, I can't confirm. Uh, no, that's okay. Not everyone can have a good memory like me for watching these TV shows and then keep remembering the characters after the TV shut down. So, yeah, um, no, you've lost me. On that one, you completely lost me. I do apologize, but no, on that one, you completely lost me. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. Peanut butter sandwich. I'm in toast. Oof. Has anyone got any other questions that you'd like to ask? Mm. Was a lot of actors that went through cell block H, or prisoners, you like to call them. Yeah, there was a lot of people that went through that TV show. Yes, there was. 100%. Oh, Harold Bishop. Yeah, and Prisoner, yeah, he played Ted Douglas. That's right. Mm. Probably, yes. Matt played also, many people know this, in Emmerdale Farm back in 2009. Mads played the sister of the one that used to play Edna Bird, the one with the hat, the one that was a sticky beak. She actually played when she was younger in Keeping Up Appearances. She was Rosie, the one that used to have all the blokes. That was her. There you go. Harold Bishop's granddaughter was called Sky. Um, Not really. She did. Joe Biden. Yes, I do remember that one. Sorry, can't help it. Just got a good memory. Can't help it, sorry. In what TV show? Yeah, in what TV show, John? Oh, hang on. Oh, that was Craig McLachlan. Russell. Mm. Oh, didn't he play Scott Robinson, the first Scott Robinson in Neighbours? I think that's who he played. I don't know. Scott Robinson was played by someone else, the first one. Yeah, I know the one you mean. Yeah, yeah, I know the one. Um, sure that was him. Maybe I was mistaken. Fair enough. Yeah, Craig McLachlan was Madge's son. Yeah, Henry Ramsey, his name was. Craig McLachlan was Henry Ramsey. Yeah, I know about him. He got out of jail, then moved in with Mads, Charlene, and Shame when he was living there. So yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes, he was. Fair enough. He was. I'll give you that one. But I'm not going to give you any more of them because they're all mine. Yeah, my general knowledge is pretty good with stuff like that. With the TV shows, like you What's Neighbours, stuff like that. It is pretty good with stuff like that because I do enjoy watching those TV shows. And here's a fun fact: when Jim Robinson left the TV show, did you guys know that he done a couple of episodes in Sea Patrol? If you go and check out Sea Patrol, you'll see him in when they finally catch him. It tends to be a nice guy, and they catch him in this boat in the engine room, and the patrol officer has to try and arrest him and that, and he's in the boat with this engine room, and the other one has to spill oil on him trying to slow him down and that. Um, so it's in a big cruiser, like motorboat cruiser thing, and he's in the engine room. So yeah. No, I don't know. He might have. Yes. He did do also Young Doctors. He was in the Young Doctors before he started in Neighbours. He started in Young Doctors, so he was in Young Doctors before he came on to Neighbours. Um, I think he done like 1,700 episodes in Neighbours. Yeah, Henry, not Henry Ramsey. Yeah, what's his name? Shane Ramsey. That's the one. Yep, he was. Yes, I have. That's a guy that makes trams. He got sacked from making trams. He meets these people that he takes into the house that they rent the house, rent a room in the house, and they turn out to be bank robbers. They get him to design all these bank robber things, and he buys this old Ford Transit van. They do it up, and these things come out where it hits the window, and a cart comes in and delivers all the money in the back, and the other one goes, "You little beauty." It was a great movie, especially with that car they made in half. And the girlfriend of the other bloke says to him, "They don't make cars like this anymore." And she said, "Yeah, it's a bit cramped in the back here." He said, "This one's not. This one's a convertible." And he opens the thing, and the car splits in half, and he goes one way, and she goes the other way. It was really good. 10 out of 10 for whoever made that movie. That was a really good movie. I remember going to see that when I was at school. We were on a school camp down at Bendigo, down in Melbourne, and I remember going to see that movie actually. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for that movie. Um, Oh, you got another one? Geez, how many questions you guys got? Vaguely, I remember that one, vaguely. I was more into the TV shows. I was sort of never into the, movie side of things. I was more into the TV shows, like, yeah, Gilligan's Island, The Brady Bunch, stuff like that. I used to watch as well. Matlock Police, Cop Shop, Division 4, um, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, Sullivan's, of course. Home Sweet Home, it was an Italian sort of film where they'd all talk Italian. Country Practice was my favourite shows I used to watch. So there's the sort of shows that I grew up watching. Country Practice, Neighbours, Home and Away wasn't invented in those days till 1988, unfortunately. Um, yeah, I did read that. Read it on bad, sorry. Yes, I watched some episodes of The Sweeney and Minder. Minder was Terry. He used to work with what's his name? That old man, Arthur, Arthur Daly. He was always getting Terry into trouble, and Terry would always have to box his way out of fights and all that for him. And he'd sort of get away with anything he could, Arthur, and he wouldn't pay him much money for being a minder. So yeah, I do remember watching that. I got most of that on DVD as well. My cousin done me some copies on that when I was down in Melbourne. We used to get DVDs from the library and we used to burn them. Used to copy them onto blank DVDs. Mine was a good TV show. Yes, it was. It was an English TV show and it was really good. Like EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale Farm. Um, they're really good TV shows too. In my opinion, the older ones. I don't like the newer episodes of, like, Coronation Street Neighbours, I don't watch them. But the older ones, yeah, I used to watch with, Mike Baldwin and The Factory and stuff like that. But the newer ones, yeah, they don't make much sense to me. The characters are changed, and it just doesn't make much sense to me. But again, that's me. We're all totally different. Yeah, yeah, Del Boy, Fool and Horses with Del Boy and, the grandfather, and he used to say, "Del Boy," the grandfather, yeah, he was really good. The first grandfather, because he had the uncle, remember the uncle, sort of moved in with them, but the grandfather was really good. He used to, he used to sit there and say, "Rodney," and Rodney was like, "Well, what do you want me to do about it?" And then I don't know if you remember in one of the episodes that they turn around and Rodney brings this police lady home, and he says to her, "I've got a police record," and he holds the record up and she comes and she does a raid on his house, and the brother really gets the shits with him and tries to kick him out the house. Yeah, Uncle Albert. Uncle Albert wasn't as good as the granddad. He wasn't as it wasn't as good as him. He was a real East Ender fella. He was really cool. I love watching TV shows like that. It's really cool to see TV shows like that that sort of haven't been around for a while. Like, there was the other one that he played in too. He played in The Darling Buds of May. That was another TV show. There you go. Oh, yes, and he had him in the van. Yes, he had him in his, little the three-wheeler, van thing, and he had to blow up dolls, and, they had nitrogen gas or something in them, and, he had to take it to the place to get rid of it. They all blew up on him. Yeah, I do remember that. I reckon that was hilarious. That was really hilarious. Um, it would have been hard to do that episode, I reckon, because you would have had to been very careful, what you would have been doing. You wouldn't have just gone ahead and done it and bang, you would have blown something up. Yeah, you would have had to really, been very careful of that. So, yeah, that was pretty good. So it'd be good to see old Lloyd shine. Old Shine. Old Lloyd, yes. I bet you he's at the office already having his meeting. He's probably in the office now. I tell you guys, this has been a bloody fantastic live stream. I've really enjoyed the questions, the general knowledge, and it still keeps giving. Oh, yes, I do remember that one. I definitely do remember that one. Yeah, they thought it was, a fancy dress, and they came up Batman and Robin, and the rest of them were in the, the suits that you go when you go for a funeral and stuff like that, and they arrived with the, tuxedos and all that. Yes, I do remember that. That was I gotta admit, that was quite funny. I do take my hat off to that. That was really quite funny. Some good, episodes are made of that TV show. But unfortunately, all TV show nows have sort of changed. It's not like it used to be where you could have that sort of culture and joking and stuff like that. It's all changed for the worst, unfortunately, and, there's not much you can do about it, unfortunately. But that's, about Lloyd. Um, yeah, that's about Lloyd, some paperwork that he has to sign. Um, so all the love and respect. Oh, indeed, I remember her.